Have you ever felt important to someone, only to realize later that your importance existed only when you were useful? Have you ever been the first person they called when they were in trouble, but the last person they thought of when everything was fine? It's a quiet kind of pain. Not loud. Not dramatic. Just a slow realization that something you thought was love was actually dependence. Today's story is about that realization. About a man who believed he was deeply loved, until life showed him the truth. Stay with me until the end, because this story might help you see your own relationships more clearly. Once, in a quiet town near a long winding river, there lived a man named Daniel. Daniel was known as someone you could always count on. If a neighbor's car broke down, Daniel was there before the mechanic. If someone needed help moving furniture, Daniel carried the heaviest load. If a friend was heartbroken, Daniel stayed up all night listening. People often said, "If Daniel is in your life, you're lucky." And Daniel believed that. Because every time someone came to him, every time someone said, "I need you," something inside him felt warm. Needed. Important. Valuable. He didn't notice that no one ever said, "How are you?" Daniel had a girlfriend named Olivia. Olivia was beautiful, charming, and full of life, but also full of storms. Whenever her life fell apart, she ran to Daniel. When she lost her job, Daniel helped her prepare for interviews. When she fought with her family, Daniel comforted her for hours. When she felt anxious, Daniel stayed on the phone until she fell asleep. And when everything got better, Olivia became distant, busy, unavailable. Sometimes she wouldn't reply for days. But the moment something went wrong again, she returned. "I need you, Daniel," she would say. And Daniel would open the door every time. Because he believed that was love. His best friend, Lucas, was no different. Lucas always had a new problem. Money issues. Relationship issues. Work stress. Daniel listened, advised, helped, supported. But when Daniel once tried to talk about his own struggles, Lucas checked his phone and said, "You'll be fine, man. You're strong." And then he changed the topic back to himself. Daniel laughed it off. But something inside him felt unseen. There was also a younger colleague named Ethan at Daniel's workplace. Ethan admired Daniel. Or at least, that's what Daniel thought. Ethan always asked for help. "Can you show me how to do this? Can you cover my shift? Can you talk to the manager for me?" Daniel said yes every time. And Ethan always said, "You're the best, man." But slowly, Daniel noticed something. Ethan never learned. He just kept asking. And Daniel kept giving. For years, this was Daniel's life. He was surrounded by people. He was always needed. Always busy. Always giving. And yet, at night, when everything was quiet, he felt something he couldn't explain. Loneliness. A strange emptiness. How can I feel alone, he thought, when so many people need me? Then one winter, everything changed. Daniel fell sick. It started as a simple fever, but it turned into something worse. He was weak, exhausted, unable to go to work, unable to help anyone. For the first time in years, Daniel had nothing to give. So he waited. He thought, "Now I'll see who truly cares." The first day passed. Then the second. Then the third. Olivia sent a message. "Hope you feel better soon. Things are crazy right now." No call. No visit. Lucas texted once. "Hey bro, busy week. Take care." Ethan didn't even message. Daniel lay in his bed, staring at the ceiling. The silence was heavy. Not because no one came, but because now he understood why. On the fifth day, an old neighbor named Mr. Walker knocked on his door. Mr. Walker was a quiet man who lived alone. Daniel had once helped him fix his broken fence. Just once. No long conversations. No deep connection. Just one small act of kindness. Mr. Walker brought soup. He sat beside Daniel and said, "You look terrible." Daniel smiled weakly. "Thank you for coming." Mr. Walker shrugged. "You helped me when I needed it. I thought I'd return the favor." That simple sentence stayed in Daniel's mind. Return the favor. Not I need you. Not you're always there for me.
Just balance. Respect. Reciprocity.
That night, Daniel realized something painful. All those years, he wasn't surrounded by love. He was surrounded by need. And need disappears the moment you have nothing left to give. When Daniel recovered, something inside him had changed. Not dramatically. Not loudly. Just quietly. Like a door closing, and another opening. The next time Olivia called crying, saying, I need you.
Daniel paused. For the first time, he didn't rush.
He said gently, I care about you, Olivia. But I can't always be there only when things go wrong. I need something real, not just moments when you're hurting. There was silence on the other end. Olivia didn't know what to say. Because she had never been asked to give. Only to receive. When Lucas started talking about his problems again, Daniel listened, but then said, Can I share something too?
Lucas hesitated.
But this time, Daniel didn't let the moment pass. And Lucas, awkwardly, slowly, began to listen.
For the first time.
When Ethan asked for help again, Daniel smiled and said,
I'll show you once.
After that, you try. Ethan struggled.
But he learned.
Because Daniel stopped doing everything for him. And something unexpected happened.
Some people drifted away.
Because they no longer got what they wanted easily.
But others changed. Because Daniel changed. Months passed.
Daniel's life became quieter.
But also lighter.
He no longer felt constantly drained. He no longer felt invisible. Because now, when someone was in his life, they were there not just for what he could do,
but for who he was.
One evening, Daniel sat by the river, watching the sunset. Mr. Walker joined him. They sat in comfortable silence. After a while, Daniel said, I used to think being needed meant being loved.
Mr. Walker nodded.
A lot of people think that. Daniel looked at the water. But now I see the difference. Being needed feels urgent.
It pulls you in. It makes you feel important.
But it disappears when you have nothing left.
Love is different. Love stays.
Even when you are tired. Even when you have nothing to give. Even when you say no. Daniel smiled softly. For the first time in years, he felt something real. Not the temporary warmth of being useful, but the quiet peace of being valued. So, my friend, let me ask you something. When you are silent, when you are tired, when you have nothing to offer,
who stays?
Because the people who truly love you are not the ones who need you the most. They are the ones who choose you, even when they don't need anything at all. Being needed is not love. It can feel like love. It can look like love. But real love does not depend on your usefulness. It sees you. It respects you.
It stays. So give. Be kind.
Help others. But don't lose yourself in the process. Don't confuse being needed with being loved. Because the moment you understand that difference, your entire life changes. And when you finally start choosing relationships where you are valued, not just used,
you don't just feel important. You feel at peace.
If this story felt close to your heart, take a moment to reflect on your own life. And remember, you are not here just to be needed. You are here to be loved.